Okay, so we know which way we're going to use for the animation, and we will come back to our Xcode project. So we now need to declare a method which will identify when the keyboard is shown and when it's hidden. Okay, so for that purpose, you know that all related to the login scene, it is programmed in the login vc.swift class, because this scene is connected with this class. If we go to class inspector, here we go. Okay, so there is a one way to do this. If you have been enrolled in my another course, which is full Swift course, so then you know better than me how to do this. And for those who haven't learned full Swift code, so for them we will be writing and explaining it. Okay, first of all, there is a native method which called notification center dot default dot add observer, where select the method where the object here is any. We have name, selector, and observer. Okay, that's the one. As an observer will write here self means observe this class and this scene. Selector means which function will be executed once this observer will observe or identify that the keyboard is showing. So that one we will skip for the now. Name of the observation, we need to tell, okay, you must watch either keyboard is shown or not. So for that one, there is already existing one method, notification dot name dot UI keyboard will show. So this is the method. UI keyboard will show object nil. There is no any object. So what we will do now, so this one here, notification center, we are creating a notification center which is default, and we are adding observer to the class which is self. And once the observation received some result, means if the keyboard is shown or is about to be shown, here this is the name of the observation, then it will execute this function which we will declare now. So we need to create a function which we want to run once the keyboard is about to be shown. So as this method is keyboard will show, I will name this function keyboard will show. Open round bracket, here you can type notification colon and not of type of notification, open curly brackets and close it. So now we can make a reference to this function, means whatever in this closure will be executed while once this method got positive response. Okay, so here we will write selector, open and close round brackets. In round brackets here we will call this function, we will write keyboard will show. Okay, so then it will tell you to update. Here you will have to add obj Objective-C. Here we go. And now you will be able to build it with no any issues. Okay, very good. So what means this notification? If you have watched the previous courses of mine, so this is a variable which is accessing notification received by this function while execution. Sounds quite difficult, but let me explain you. Okay, so we'll come back to our observer notification center. Notification center, we declare here notification center of type default, and we're adding observation to current class or current scene, which is in main sorter board, which will, in case if it will receive this method will be positive, means UI keyboard will show. If iPhone, when you when you tap on the text field, it will pass a notification telling that keyboard is about to be shown. It will, in case if this result received, it will execute this function keyboard will show, and this function will pass a notification to this keyboard. will show function. Here we will catch this notification, which is of type notification, which cannot be of type UI button, for example. So this is roughly saying, okay, here we are declaring notification observation in order to catch UI keyboard will show notification. Okay, executed once the keyboard is about to be shown. Okay, so in order to identify did this function got executed or not, so here I will write keyboard will show as executed. Very good. So we have done this work for the keyboard will show, and there is one more thing which we need to take into consideration. When I tap on the text field, along with the appearance of the keyboard, the user interface got moved up. And let's say when we just hide the keyboard by saying login or hide the keyboard or tapping the screen, this is the state that it must take. Okay, so we need to declare one more method, which is for keyboard will hide. Okay, here we write notification center dot default dot add observer, the same method, observe self current class selector, will declare the function. So name we write here notification dot name dot UI keyboard will hide. So the difference between will show and did show means this, in case if we select did show, that one, this function will be executed after the keyboard is shown. Will show means it will be executed along with the keyboard appearance. So for the better user experience, we will be using will show and will hide. Will hide. Okay, object is nil. So here what I will do is, here we're declaring notification. So here I'll just add to the comment, I'll add keyboard will hide. Okay, so let's now declare the function which will be executed once the keyboard is about to be hidden. So we write here func, I'll give the same name, keyboard will hide, open round bracket, and let's receive notification passed to this function, notification colon notification with the capitalized N. Okay, here we will print log which says keyboard will hide is executed. Excellent. So this function is executed once the keyboard is about to be hidden. Very good. So now, since we have declared this function, and we will put here objc, which is of type of Objective-C. This is the latest update of the Swift, and the Swift asks us always to put that one while calling the function through the notification. We don't mind, there is no actual logical explanation, this is just the rule of the Swift. And let's say if you skip it, it will just advise you autocorrection, and it will do it for you. Okay, so this is we'll keep just at Objective-C. Here's selector, so we now need to make a reference to this function, and we'll do it. Hash selector, open and close round brackets, and here we write keyboard will hide. Okay, so this is the function which is about to be executed. Let's go one more time for the new people in programming. I'll explain it. So here we declare a notification center. Notification center, this is the class which I have explained in the full Swift course which I have created. This course for the new people in programming. So notification center, it's a class which has a lot of functions, like that one which catches the notification whenever we require this. So here we create a notification center. So it's something like a center. You can imagine some center, some building, which is of type default, and we add observation to current class, and this observation will execute this function, keyboard will hide, by passing to it notification catch code. Okay, then the name of the notification want to catch, its keyboard will hide, and no any objects we want to pass. Okay, so keyboard will hide, this is a default method already prepared by Apple and Xcode. So once the keyboard is about to be hidden, it will catch this notification. Okay, so we're done now. So when we tap on the text field, the keyboard is shown, but how to hide the keyboard? So for that purpose, we will here declare one method. So what we want is, whenever, let's say, we tap any place on the screen, we want the keyboard to be hidden. For that one, we will declare a ready method, same like viewDidLoad, and we'll write here touch begun. Select that one. And here we will write self.view.end editing force do not force it. So this function executed always when the screen's white space is tapped. White space means anything excluding objects like button, everything excluding anything, or anywhere excluding objects. Okay, so let's now try it, this one, and editing, or which means hide keyboards. Okay, so we will now run our app and to see are we on the right track of building the logic. Okay, I'll click on the text field. So excellent, it shows that the keyboard will show is executed. So now we're on the right track, means whatever we program here, it will have an effect once the keyboard is about to be shown. And let me click on the second one, it still shows keyboard will show is executed. We can tap now the white space and it hides. So here you see the keyboard will hide is executed. Let's try it one more time. So keyboard is showing, keyboard is hidden. Excellent. So we are now moving on the right direction. So the next step will be here to program the behavior of the user interface, because we already declared the scenarios when the keyboard is shown and when the keyboard is hidden. So based on these scenarios, we need to declare now the behavior of user interface. It won't be easy, you must be professional to understand that, and I'll make you professional.